Something unusual is building up around the next iPhone. And it's not coming from Apple's labs, it's coming from a chain reaction happening across the world. The iPhone 18 hasn't even been announced yet, but early expectations already point toward a noticeable price jump, somewhere around $100 to $200 for the Pro models. Normally, that kind of increase would be easy to explain. Better camera, new chip, typical upgrade cycle. But this time, the pressure isn't coming from new features. It's coming from a system that's starting to crack under global tension. Right now, a conflict involving the US, Israel, and Iran is quietly interfering with the backbone of how modern tech is built. Not in one single dramatic moment, but through multiple small disruptions that all stack together. It starts with energy. The Strait of Hormuz, one of the most important oil routes in the world, has become unstable. And when that happens, oil prices don't just move slightly, they spike hard. Once fuel gets expensive, shipping costs rise immediately, and that affects everything from raw materials to finished products. The iPhone, which depends on a global network of suppliers and assembly lines, suddenly becomes more expensive before it's even completed. But shipping is just the surface. The deeper issue lies inside the materials that make the iPhone possible. Semiconductor production depends on some very specific elements, and right now, several of them are under threat. Helium is one of the most critical. It's used in chip manufacturing, especially in the processes that require extremely controlled environments. A large portion of the world's helium supply comes from Qatar, and that supply has already been disrupted. An Iranian drone strike at Ras Laffan Industrial City effectively brought production to a halt, putting nearly one-third of global helium availability at risk. That's not a small disruption. That's a foundational problem. When helium supply tightens, chip production doesn't stop completely, but it slows down and becomes significantly more expensive. And helium isn't the only concern. Bromine, sourced heavily from Israel and Jordan, is another essential material used in electronics manufacturing. Aluminum from Gulf regions is equally important for building device structures and components. When multiple regions tied to these materials are affected at the same time, the entire semiconductor pipeline starts feeling the pressure. At the same time, there's another force making things even worse. The global push toward AI has created massive demand for high-performance chips and memory. Companies are pouring resources into data centers, and suppliers are prioritizing those high-profit orders. That leaves smartphone manufacturers competing for the remaining supply, often at much higher prices. Memory costs, especially DRAM, have surged because of this shift. Apple has responded in its usual calculated way, by securing supply early. Reports suggest the company is aggressively buying memory at premium rates to avoid shortages later. It's a smart move, but it doesn't eliminate the cost, it simply locks it in. Now combine everything. Energy costs rising, shipping routes becoming longer and riskier, insurance surging, helium supply disrupted, key materials like bromine and aluminum under threat, and memory prices climbing due to AI demand. Each of these factors alone is manageable, but together they start to reshape the economics of building a smartphone. At that point, Apple has to decide how to handle it. They could increase prices directly, making the change obvious. They could keep the base model steady and push higher-end versions further up, shifting the real increase onto Pro models and storage tiers. Or they could make subtle internal adjustments, changing components or configurations just enough to control costs without changing the headline price too much. Because Apple doesn't just design products, it carefully manages how those products are positioned. And this is what makes the iPhone 18 different from a typical release. In a normal year, pricing reflects innovation. This time, it reflects pressure. Not from competitors, not from features, but from a global system being stretched in multiple directions at once. If the situation stabilizes, some of this pressure could ease before launch. But if it continues or gets worse, then these cost increases don't just disappear, they accumulate. So when the iPhone 18 Pro Max finally arrives, its price won't just represent a new device. It will reflect everything happening behind it: disrupted supply chains, strained materials, rising demand for computing power, and the world where even something as small as helium can influence the cost of a phone. And that's why this time, the price of the next iPhone might not be decided by Apple alone, but by everything happening around it.